we're living in a world where many young men are experiencing a purposelessness because it's sort of like not laid out in any way, shape, or form. And I think we've created such a narrow scope of what people can do or can't do, or like we've rewarded so few things. Before, when your parents were like, go get a job, it meant there was a job to get. If your parents were like, go get a job, you could. It was almost harder to not get a job back in the day than it is now, in a strange way, because like it was just like this thing you do. It was doing. I sweep, I clean, I collect, I fix. It was so simple. And so what was happening in my brain was I would get stuck in a Zoom and I would just loop. So sometimes it would be me going, that was an interesting day at work. I go to work tomorrow. Then I go to work the next day. Then the next day. And then the next day. Then there's a weekend, but then I'm back at work. Wait a minute. It's just weeks and weekends forever. It just keeps on going. And then one day you're like, you're 90 and then you're dead, and wait, why am I going to work tomorrow? What's the point of, what is happening here? This makes absolutely no sense. And then I'll just sit there, and I couldn't get that out of my head. I literally could not get that thought out of my head. And I would just sit there like, what is the point of this? What are we doing? And I would think to myself, I hate this. This sucks. I don't know what I want to do with life anymore. Never like suicidal, but just like, I just don't know if this life thing, what is this? And then I would go, if it was going to end tomorrow, then what would I do like today then? I'd be like, what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on stage. I'm going to tell that joke that I've been terrified to tell. I'm just going to say it because I'm leaving anyway. Life is ending. It's all going away because it's all going to shit, right? Just go and say that. Go tell that joke. And I'll be like, what I should also do? I should also throw a party. I mean, life's ending anyways. Just throw one fuck off party that you just like go into it and I think of all the things, and I mean this genuinely. I think of all the things that I would do with like giant middle fingers on my way out, and the smile that it brings to my face, I can't explain to you, because every time it makes me realize that that's all I should be trying to do. Not in a way where I don't consider other people, but it's what I should be trying to do. And it's made me realize that at times, not everyone, but for me, and I think some people would probably feel this, sometimes what's happened in our lives, and I know I had this, is like you feel like you don't realize that you've stopped sort of like running, jumping, smiling, screaming. You've stopped being everything you can be. And you've started existing as one version of yourself. And sometimes just having the idea of just like, you know what I mean? Take all your clothes over and run through the streets screaming, and what would you say and who would you say it to and why would you say it? You'd be shocked at how that gives you an inkling of what you're not doing for yourself. Some people might be like, I'll tell my dad to go screw himself. I would say to you, this is probably you realizing that you don't set boundaries with your dad and you don't communicate well. Maybe you don't tell your dad how you hurt your feelings, or I'll go to work and maybe this is not the job for you. I'll party all night. Maybe you're not taking enough time to have fun. You'll be shocked at how like sometimes you're sort of not a tantrum, but it's just like your screw you choice is what you sort of should be doing in a responsible way. And that, I promise you now, in all those moments where I felt like it's hopeless, were the moments where I'd come back even more. Think to myself, maybe I should try aiming to get to that place. You know what I mean? All these stories that we tell, self-made. Oh, I love that phrase. It's my favorite. Self-made billionaire. Oh, really? Oh, it's an interesting choice of words. So you just did this all by yourself. You made the thing by yourself with your hands. You made many more of them by yourself. You drove the trucks. You thought of all the ideas. You put it in the stores. You gave it to the people. You took the money. You invested it. You grew it all by yourself. All by yourself. All the ideas were from your head, all by yourself. And then you got there. Come on. There's no such thing. And I don't think it diminishes your achievement. I just think it's important because it helps people understand that they need other people to get to where they're trying to get to. And maybe sometimes the reason you're not experiencing that is because you're trying to do it alone. I don't think we need to celebrate it. I think we need to work on it, and we need to strive to heal ourselves. But I don't think your tribulations are what make you. You survived, and I'm proud of you for surviving. But that doesn't mean that you needed to go through what you had to go through. And don't spend as much time alone. You're not I know you've always been there, and I know it can feel, in a weird way, it can feel like the comfortable place, but it doesn't need to be.
I'm learning this, yeah.
You'll be shocked at how much lies on the other side of it. In a weird way, you'll be shocked at what finding that belonging can do for you. It comes with risk, the same way it does in a romantic relationship. But man, it's easily the most rewarding. If I could evangelize one thing to people out there, it would be find your people, find your place. And unfortunately, I think that's what's happening these days. People are finding that place in negativity. People are finding community in negativity. Now we all hate together. We all hate tweet together, and we're all angry at women together, and we all hate that music artist together, and we all, let's hate together. But it's not sustainable because it gobbles us up. It just chews us up and spits us out. But if you can find the things that you love doing for you, and then you find the people who love doing it as well, and it makes you feel good, the thing on the other side it's magic.